Hello, we're back with video number 4 of the Jack and the Beanstalk story. Are you ready to find out what happens to Jack? Let's see. So, he climbed up the big beanstalk. He talked to the fairy. He found out about his mother and his father's story from a long time ago. His father used to have a castle in gold, but a big giant took all of his things and took his mom and him far away. And now Jack found the giant and grabbed his money and ran away. Well, let's find out if he can make it back home or if the sleeping giant wakes up. Remember, the giant is snoring. He is sleeping. Jack then climbs out of the oven, and by getting on a chair beside the table, he reached out one of the bags of gold. With that in his hands, he ran as fast as he could to the beanstalk. After pausing a few moments to tie the bag of gold to his belt, he called out, "Hump it and bump it, and down I go!" And in a little while, he had descended to his mother's garden. A light shone from the kitchen window, and his mother was waiting for him in great anxiety. When he came in, she was overjoyed to have him safely back. They had money enough now, but Jack could not help thinking how many things the giant had that were rightfully theirs. And before long, he again climbed the beanstalk. This time, he carried some food so that he did not have to beg of the giant's wife. Near the great castle, he hid behind a rock and watched until he saw the giantess come out to the well with a pail. While she was busy filling the pail with water, he ran into the kitchen and hid in a closet. Soon the woman brought in the water, and by, tramp, tramp, came the giant. He began to sniff the instant he entered the kitchen. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell fresh meat," he exclaimed. "Do you?" his wife said. "Supposing we look around then. If there's anybody hiding there, it's likely to be in the oven." So they went to the oven, but luckily Jack was not there. "Well, it's empty," the giant's wife said, "and I thought it would be. I'm tired of hearing your fee, fi, fo, fum." The giant wanted to do more looking, but his wife said, "No, I won't have you mussing up the house. You would turn everything you could lay your hands on topsy-turvy in your searching. I know that from experience. So sit down and eat your supper." And that was what he did. And afterward, he called out, "Wife, bring me the little speckled hen that lays the golden eggs." She brought the hen and put it on the table, saying, If you need me any more, my dearie, I will go to the next room to finish some sewing I have there. No, I don't need you, the giant told her. Go along. Then he took the little hen and said, Lay. And the hen laid an egg of solid gold. The giant held the egg in his hand and looked at it for a while. But pretty soon, he fell asleep and snored so that the house shook. Jack crept out of the closet then, climbed on a chair by the table, grabbed the little speckled hen, and ran. That frightened the hen, and she gave a cackle which woke the giant. He sat up and rubbed his eyes, and Jack, who was now at the door, heard him calling, Wife, wife, what have you done with my hen that lays the gold egg? She came hurrying to the kitchen from the next room and said, Why do you ask, my dear? But Jack kept running, and he got too far away to hear any more. In a short time, he came to the beanstalk. Hump it and bump it and down I go, he shouted. And soon he was at the foot of the beanstalk and went into the house to his mother. They took the best care of the hen, and every day Jack told her to lay, and she laid a golden egg. After a time, Jack went up the beanstalk again. Wow! So Jack went up the beanstalk, down the beanstalk with a bag of gold. Then he wanted more, so he went back up the beanstalk again and down the beanstalk. And now he has a hen that lays golden eggs. But now he's going back up the beanstalk. Find out what happens in the next part of the story in our next video, the final video. I'll see you then. Bye.